Hare Krishna. Today, 22nd of May 2020, we are reciting 3.5.11. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtaki 3.5.11 Kastri Punya Tirtha Pado Abhidhanat Satreshu Vasuri Viridyamanat Ya Karananadi Purusasya Yato Bhavapradam Giharati Chinnati. Kaha, who is that man? Tripnyat, that can be satisfied. Tirtha Padaha, whose lotus feet are all the places of pilgrimage. Adidhanat, from the talks of. Streshu, in human society. Vaha, one who is. Shurvihi, by great devotee. Idyamana, one who is so worshipped. Yaha, who? Karna Nadim, in the whole of the air. Purusha shell of the man. Yataha, entering. Bhava Padam, that which awards birth and death. Geheratim, family affection. Chinnati is cut off. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Who in human society can be satisfied without hearing sufficient talk of the Lord. Those whose lotus feet are the sum total of all places of pilgrimage, and who is worshipped by great sages and devotees. Such topics can cut off one's bondage to family affection simply by entering the holes of one's ear. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshmritamyenam Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishnavasthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Prabhakadamayam Tadadi Supatantikam Pandeham Sri Guru Shadapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vidantam Sajivam Sadhutam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenbandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapti Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwansvate Vedi Pranamami Haripriya Vangsha Kalvatarubhesha Kripa Sindhuvayevacha Padadanam Apavani Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnu Jivataka Swami Nitinamani Namacharya Padaya Nityagirva Pradhane Gaurkadada Madaya Nagargaram Dharane Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnu Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamani Namaste Srudevi Gaurmani Pacharane Nivse Sunyavadi Panchati Tane Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Kastripnuya Tirtha Pado Abhidhanat Satreshu Vasuri Vriddyamanat Yaha Karananadim Purusasya Yato Bhavapradam Geharati Chinnati. So the questions or request of Vidura is going on unto the sage Maitreya, and he is saying, who in human society can be satisfied without hearing sufficient talk of the Lord? Now, you take example of anybody in the world, he who is satisfied, whether he has fame, whether he has name, whether it's a power, whether you have position, whether you have the money, whether you have got millions of followers, nobody is satisfied. Duspurena analena cha. So he said, who, without hearing Hari Katha, nobody can be satisfied in the world. You can take our example or anything you take, but the first line is, who in human society can be satisfied without hearing sufficient talk of the Lord? And who is he? Whose lotus feet are sum total of all places of pilgrimage. Generally, when you go to the pilgrimage, you are satisfied of some extent. And therefore, in all kinds of ism, there is a place of pilgrimage. Whether Hinduism or Mohammedanism or Sikhism or Jainism or Krishnaism, any ism, there is a place of pilgrimage. And people, they want to go there. I'll give you a very nice story. How important this place of pilgrimage is speaking in our life. There is an old man, he educated his children. They migrated to USA. There they have the progeny. They wanted to call their father. Mother was expired. Father said, no, I'm happy here. I can chant my round, I do this and I do that. So, time passes by. So one day he got a call from his son that your grandson is coming. He has few days holidays and is going for pilgrimage. And the grandfather became very, very happy. Oh, at least I'll be able to see my grandson. On the day of his landing, grandson came. He didn't come home. He went to pilgrimage. And he liked those places of pilgrimage so much, visiting one, visiting two, all his time passed by. He comes back to the airport and calls his Dadu. Oh, Dadu, please excuse me, I'm extremely sorry. I couldn't make it up to meet you because I had gone to the places of pilgrimage. So I am going, but I have some gift, I've sent it by post to you. I hope you like it. The grandfather, he was devastated. So sometime, why I'm telling this story, if your parents alive, make sure that they are your place of pilgrimage first. But those who are done with their parents and their elders, then yes, they must go to the place of pilgrimage to worship the Vishnu. And in those place of pilgrimage, he is serviced by, worshipped by, adored by the sages and devotees. That's important. But don't neglect your elders. Even drag them to the place of pilgrimage if they can. And Vidura is saying, such topics can cut off one's bondage to family affection simply by entering the holes of one's ear. Now, cutting the family affection does not mean you leave them behind. You let them suffer. Cutting the knot is that you are in the family, but as a Padma Patra Evam Vasa. Remain in the family. Guide them, protect them, but don't get involved in their daily affair. That's called getting free from the bondage of the family affection. Otherwise, the Grihastha is Griha Kupa. And Kupa means the dark well, from where it's difficult to see around, even too difficult to see the sunlight. So, Uddhava is advising to go for the place of pilgrimage, no doubt about it. But the moral story I told you, take care of them. The conditions are very pathetic back home. And Prabhupada, when you are suffering in that towards the end, somebody asking, Prabhupada, you are a devotee. Why? He is saying, your parents, the parents of my disciple has cursed me because I have stolen their property. But he said, doesn't matter. I will suffer my curse. But because you have born in their family, you will elevate their many, many generations of the past and the future. Don't worry about it. So let us see what Srila Prabhupada is trying to convey. Krishna Katha is so powerful that simply by entering into the person's ear, it can at once give deliverance from the bondage of family affection. Saranavata. You suppose you are sitting quiet and somebody says, Prabhu, your neighborhood there is a fire. And simply by hearing you will act. You will come out. So Saranavatam Swakatha Krishna, as soon as someone has heard the Krishna Katha, their family affection will go off. But mind you, you know Krishna's activities. And if you hear from anybody the Krishna's activities demeaning his character, please leave that katha immediately. Even the person, if he says he was a Rasiya, he had so many wives and girlfriends, leave immediately that particular satsanga. The man who has not understood who Krishna is, he has no right to talk about. Or talking about, in your Hindu dharma, one lady, Draupadi, had 5 husbands, Is a demean. They do not know our history. They do not know their previous life. They don't know their tapasya. Why it happened to them? So similarly, you have to hear from right source. Nowadays, the people can read 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam and they can talk. And what will they talk? Yatha karma, tatha ruchi. So you, the devotees of ISKCON or any other sampradaya, make sure you know who Krishna is, what lila he has played, or he ran away from the battlefield, Kurukshetra, he was a coward man, okay? You know what has happened, so you don't really try to listen his katha, his imagination, his blasphemy. Please take care of it. Family affection is an illusory manifestation of external energy. Bahurupaya bhati mayaya bahurupaya. And it is only impetus for all mundane activities. Dekha degi punya dekha degi pa. If others are doing, why can't I do it? Therefore, even if you are talking about Krishna to anybody, make sure you present it properly. Make sure the other do not take the different interpretation. If they hear from you, they'll take an authority and they'll concoct within the mind and they talk further. That's why before going to the 10th canto, we have to understand, analyze the 9th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have to be watchful. We have to be very, very careful. As long as there is a mundane activity and the mind is absorbed in such engagement, one has to undergo the repetition, birth and death in the current material science. Today I was hearing Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj live class from Mayapur, and after the class somebody asked a question. And he says, Maharaj, in this Mayapur, there are so many people of different religion. They don't appreciate Krishna and they don't appreciate the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What will happen? What their end? Guru Maharaj gave a very nice example or a story. He said, to recognize, to accept or not accept is an entirely different thing. so long they are not blaspheming. As per Srila Prabhupada, they'll go to the destination they have, wherever it is. Whether it's the material world and the spiritual world or Patal Loka, wherever they'll go over there, why should we be worrying about it? But so long they don't blaspheme. And after some time Maharaj said, hey, but you know what? Every one of them are taking Krishna Prasadam. That will definitely have an impact on them, isn't it? So we have to be very, very careful. For that matter, anybody, any religion, we are not supposed to criticize. Not at all. Because so long these vices will be within us, we will be forced to go for repeated birth and death. Prabhupada further says, people are most influenced by the modes of ignorance, and some are influenced by the passionate mode of material nature. And under the spell of these two modes, a living being is acquitted by the material conception of life. See, everybody of us has a passion. Every one of us passion. But what if we turn this passion into the compassion? That passion turn into the compassion. It will do good to everyone. Prabhupada says, the mundane qualities do not allow a living entity to understand his real position. Sometime, if there is argument between me and my wife, and she says, what is your heritage? I said, see, Ballavacharya was Gosai, Srinivasa Thakur was Gosai, Hanumanji is Gosai. So we come from that heritage, man. What are you talking? I have the better heritage than yours. Under the spell of Maya. Huh? So, the mundane qualities do not allow a living entity to understand his real position. Aham Ishwar, Aham Bhogi, Aham Balwan, Aham Sukhi. Everything is me. The best among the fools who are thus deluded are those who eager to altruistic activities under the spell of the material modes of passion. Bhagavad Gita, which is direct Krishna Katha, gives humanity the elementary lesson that the body is perishable and that the consciousness which is spread throughout the body is imperishable. Dehino yasmin metha dehi kaumaram yoganam jara tatha dehantra prapti hi dhiras tatra na muhyati. Na muhyati. And look at us. Muhyati, every minute muhyati. Or samsaya. We all have samsaya. And Krishna says, Mahasucha, fikar mat karo. Furthermore, anyone who misunderstands this perishable body to be the self and who works for it, the same in the name of sociology, politics, philanthropy, altruism, nationalism, and internationalism under the false plea of the bodily concept of life, is currently a fool and does not know the implication of the reality and unreality. In the afternoon, I was just watching a news. I heard that one plane took off from Lahore. Before landing to Karachi, he landed on the inhabitants. Now see, somebody may be sleeping in the home, somebody may be reading the book, somebody may be on the telephone. Would they know that some calamities will come from the roof and they all will be squashed like a sandwich? Very difficult to understand. Very, very difficult to understand. But due to being contaminated, those in Mundane goodness cannot understand the real nature of the self as a person. Now, what is the goodness? Brahmanas think we are top brand of the society, therefore rest everyone is untouchable. Is a goodness, right? But that goodness brings them down or not? That goodness, sama dama tapa saucham santi varjam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikam karma swabhavajam brahmana karma swabhavajam. Now even these good things, they bind one. So they even don't know the nature of the self as per Prabhupada. Their impersonal conception of the self as distinct from the body keeps them in the mode of goodness within material nature. And unless they are attracted by the Krishna Katha, they will never be liberated from the bondage of material existence. Whether you are Tamoguna and Rajoguna and Sattoguna, any gunas, they are going to bind you either. Urdham gacchati sattvastha madhye tishtati rajasa jaganya gunavartistha adho gacchati tamasa. They will never be liberated from the bondage of the material existence. And these kinds of people, being born again, different planets, different species, different geographical condition, and remain in the material world as a nitya baddha, very difficult to come out. Krishna Katha is the only remedy for all people of the world because it can situate one in the pure consciousness of the self and liberate one from the material bondage. Other day, Adi Prabhu had asked a very nice question. He said, see, so many problems, Corona is there, we have to take care of family and the society and our job and this and that. What we should do? And I told him, chant Krishna Katha. That's it. Now, somebody can ask, are you? How are they going to help? And I'm stressing, that is only going to help, nothing else. Do what you want. What happened with Krishna Katha? Ante Narayana Smriti. You cut the knot of repeated birth and death. What more do you want? So at a face value, we may not accept. But that is the actual fact. To preach Krishna Katha all over the world, as recommended by Lord Chaitanya, is the greatest missionary activity, and all sensible men and women of the world may join in this movement started by Lord Chaitanya. Without having this congregational chanting on the street of every city and village and metropolitan cities, the peace and prosperity will be like an illusion. If there is a peace and prosperity, let us say there is a house, and in a house there are 20 flats. All these 20 flats, maybe they have the supply of water, supply of gas, supply of electricity, supply of food. Do you think everybody is in peace and prosperity? No. Some will be suffering with Adi Bhautik, some with Adi Daivik, some with Adi Atmik. So where is the peace and prosperity? It is just an illusion that, everybody living, they go in the morning office and come back home, they are in peace and prosperity. Definitely not. Only the holy name of the Lord will bring the peace and prosperity. Therefore, every religion is propagating the chanting of the holy name as much as possible and as far as possible. This is the mission of Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is the mission if you are compassionate on all other living entities. Not only for the self, all other living entities. So I should stop over here reading the sloka again. का त्रिपुण्या तीर्थपदो अभिधानात् सत्रेषु वसूरिभिरिण्ड्यमानात् यः कर्णनाडिपुरुषस्य यातो भवप्रदां गेहरति छिन्नति. So, broadcasting the message of Krishna is very, very important. And somehow or the other, every religions are doing it. The tone, the Prabhupada has set the motion of this the movement. If you watch any video, any part of the world, somehow or the other you will find people on the stage and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So with this, I'll come to the conclusion of my talk. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be with you. Hare Krishna.